So a couple of years ago, I was watching a live video from someone, and they were like so upset for some reason. They were like, "Oh, well, Asian women go for the most basic white guys. Wham, boo-hoo!" And like he was crying about how it makes him mad, and it's like, listen, you shouldn't even be upset with that. First off, the fact that somebody can be minding their own business and having a good life, if that's enough to make you upset, then I think that that would be something you should consider changing. And I took that as a sign that I should stop watching their content. And for anybody curious, because I know someone's wondering, it was a channel run by a black guy, and it was centered around getting girls. So that's like, what? What kind of mindset is that? So I'm actually not like upset at this, but I'm going to explain why at the end. So if you want to know why this is actually a good thing for me as a black guy, make sure you watch until the very end. So when I see a white guy with an Asian girl, the first thing I think of is just easy pickings. Easy pickings. I'll give you an example. There was one Asian woman who was actually talking about how she broke up with someone, and she openly spoke about how she pretty much chased the guy back down to get him back. And in my head, I was like, it's got to be a white guy, because she was talking about basically she got over some sort of mental hurdle or something like that, and like pressured the guy to get back with her. And then it panned over to a white guy eating pancakes. I was like, yep, easy pickings. And a lot of Asian women do think that they won the lottery when they get a white guy. Like, this Western culture is the culture that, oh, this is the culture I grew up seeing. Well, Asian women watch a lot of Eastern culture as well, but like the exotic thing is like foreign. And if it's like an Asian group, if it's like a group of Asian girls, you probably have one Asian girl who gets with a white guy, and she's going to be like, I got a white guy, I got a white guy. So that is definitely a thing, and you'll see this a lot. It's kind of like black guys and white girls, but the Asian populations are not as common within the West. But in order to see it, you'll have to go to places where there are higher Asian population, like certain parts of California, mainly San Francisco, like the different Chinatowns and little Tokyo and things like that. Seattle and Toronto, of course. You'll see like the vast majority of when they mingle, it's a white guy and an Asian girl. So this is a culture that has been seen as very like cool and very awesome, but it's also very far away. So and I heard stories of like Asian women being really amazed by white guys when they step foot inside of Asia. Like you could have like the baddest Asian woman, and you can have a white guy who has like an average face and average height and average money and average level of humor, and an average body, like average fitness level, or just not doesn't work out, and like just average in every respect, and could get like an Asian woman who's like checks a lot of boxes and like leads the pack in a lot of attractive trait. Okay, maybe not the most attractive Asian woman, but one who's more attractive on a relative scale than what he would get in the West. And it's kind of an exaggeration, but also kind of not really. That dynamic can definitely cause a lot of spite amongst other women, like maybe white women, right? And out of spite, because women are spiteful creatures, they're going to look outside of their race more often. And I feel like what they see as a very masculine option immediately outside their race is black guys. The same way white guys immediately outside of their race, the most feminine that they perceive is Asian women, perhaps to an exaggerated degree, as the same way the masculinity is exaggerated sometimes with blacks, if you're not exposed to them personally, but just through media. Like, I saw this one white guy. He was blonde and had blue eyes. He was on Xiaohong Shu, and he would have just been Steve walking down the street. But now, okay, no, not really. He was significantly like pretty attractive, and there was like women who were just like cheesing. They were like geeking all over him. But the reason, and it's I'm actually really happy for like the Brads and like Chandlers and all the Stevens out there. So it's like an Asian woman will have a lot of good stuff to offer, and then she will also chase you. Because in the West, we think of it as, I have so much good to offer, so I'm not really going to try that hard. Or this person could be trying hard to find a partner. Why are you trying so hard? You must not have a lot to offer. We think of it as capitalism, like an exchange where you have a lot of this and a little bit of that. But in the East, they think of it as like one entire spiritual being. Like if you have a lot of good to offer, you should actively pursue people more, like more assertively. You should play more of an active role in that, which is I think is a really interesting dynamic because like chasing a man down and then down in order to then be cooking for him is like you're still trying to win him over. Oh, is that the you're still basically performing that act of servitude to make their life better, which is like very wholesome. And it's like it's more spiritually focused. And we're going to get into the reason why this is a benefit. The reason why is because when other women see how aggressively like Asian women go after white guys and how common that is, if you look in the store, your favorite flavor of chips might not be available sometimes, but if you see somebody else running inside to get another flavor of chips, you're going to say, "Hey, I need to go in and get my favorite flavor of chips. I need to be more aggressive because somebody could have that same amount of aggression when they take the thing that I want. So I'm going to be more aggressive." Or sometimes some people will chase after the thing that's being chased after. So even if someone doesn't like if I don't like sour cream and onion chips, I walk in the store, I see someone chasing after sour cream and onion chips, I might go after sour cream and onion chips. That could be a possibility. Or, and this is the point that I'm leaning more towards, if I like barbecue chips and I see someone walk in and grab the chips they want quickly, the sour cream and onion chips, I may just want to secure my barbecue chips more because like I see how competitive the situation is getting, even if it's not directly affecting what I want. So a lot of times you can feel like Asian women take a very much secondary or tertiary role around white guys. So they start looking into what white girls are into, or they just look for that other masculine option outside of their race, thus black guys. A lot of people might be like, if I like black guys, oh, hey, I don't have a lot of time to waste. But another thing is, additionally, like, there's tons of Asian women who like black guys. Like, I met an Asian woman like 2 days ago on like the 10th who was like super nice to me. She gave me water, and then like I stood up and was about to leave, and when she gave me my food for takeout, and she was like, "Do you want some more water?" And I was like, "No." And then she also like she looked at my sunglasses because I had it sitting on top of my regular glasses. She was like, "Ooh, those." She was like, I don't know. She just very nice. Like they're very easy at giving compliments, and they're just like really sweet. So, yeah, there's an abundance of them who like black guys, and they don't they also have that same sort of vibe. It's just not necessarily white guys. Black culture is also seen as this exotic, cool, like outsider thing, and it's intriguing, just in different ways. Whereas for white guys, they're seen as more of like a status symbol. And again, people just love people. This isn't really like the main thing you to think about, but I am saying that there is definitely a pattern, and I am not going to shy away from that if it's extremely obvious. And I'm going to say, Asian women, your efforts at pursuing white guys have made it extremely obvious, which is why I'm even saying this in the first place. So I'm super happy for them, and I'm super happy for white guys, and this benefits me as well. Last but not least, and more importantly so, is that I love interracial dating. Like, I don't go for black women. Well, I don't go for dark skinned black women. I'm open to every other group. Yeah, Asian women have a history of being super nice to me, as do mixed girls and and Latinas. The Latinas who are very nice to me are very nice, but then not all Latinas are like have been super nice. But that's just personality. But yeah, super good. Asian women are definitely seen. They definitely see white guys as like a ticket out, but also black guys, they have like a one-dimensional viewpoint, which is like, but a lot of times it's actually not in a negative way. It's like, oh, they're super cool, they can rap and dance, so intriguing. But it's not necessarily like a white guy, because that's like the vast majority of the time they're super easy for white guys, and Asian women have made it very clear throughout. But this can also for sure apply. There are Asian women who entirely like black guys, even though they're not the rule. And the level of pursuit that I've seen as far as like interracial, that's basically what I'm focusing on. So the same way they can be that way for white guys, they can be that way for like other non-Asian men. I of course I forget a lot of stuff. I have some brief notes here, but basically I might revise this video, but for now that's why I'm not upset about it and I'm actually happy about it.